and it's important because you'll see. So he goes, what do you need? I said, I need advisors. And then, so next thing you know, I leave, and 2 weeks later, bam, 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 my email starts. I have all these admirals, all these generals. No intelligence people other than brass that were connected with the National Reconnaissance Office. But National Reconnaissance Office is half Air Force and half CIA. But they're all military. And so I start talking to them. I start meeting with them. I fly out to Colorado Springs, and there's a general and a colonel, and they look at me and they said, okay, do you need anything else? Are you good? And I said, well, I think you guys should talk to the Defense Intelligence Agency. And they go, why? I just don't want to upset them. I want to make sure everyone's kosher with what I'm about to do. And the colonel looks at me and he goes, do you ask your dad for permission after your mom's already given it to you? And I go, no. And he's all, you've been given permission, shut the fuck up and get to work. And I was like, all right. So I did. So I go out and I put the book out there and I start doing national radio, like the Art Bell, so Coast to Coast, Georgia, I do all that stuff. Next thing you know, I get approached by somebody at a certain agency. And that guy comes to San Diego and puts me in a small room. And I got what you would call interrogated for 2 days straight, saying, we need to know who the fuck you are. You know shit you shouldn't know. And
so what specifically should you not have known?
The book, what's in the book, everything I've been telling you today. When you're dealing with, there is a concerted international effort to deal with this stuff, and that was in my book. And it's not like Roswell crashed, and it was not like, like all the typical UFO shit that people dwell on isn't the story. It's just that there's something crashed, or someone got abducted and saw this, or someone pulled a little piece of metal out of their body. But no one's put together what we're doing about it, because our countrymen since World War II aren't stupid.
What set them off, though? Like, what was the thing that you said that you should not have known?
In my book, it is my belief that we have an incredible. We've made incredible strides creating assets to deal with this stuff. That's my belief, and I'm not speaking for my company. This is just me
assets.
Speaking. Yeah.
Mean some sort of a government agency that's been designed or put together. International?
International.
Okay, so some sort of an international collaboration to deal with the threat of alien life. And that was enough that they pulled you aside and wouldn't let you go for 2 days and just interrogated you?
So it was it was an interrogation, but it was a pretty heavy debriefing of how I got to where I was. And it's not like they didn't let me go home. This took place at a hotel near my home.
But they made you sit down and talk to them.
Oh, fuck yeah. There was 6 of them, I think. 6.
And so they let you leave and go to sleep and then come back, get something to eat, and
came back, spent another 8 hours, because I wasn't rogue. I wasn't like trying to hide anything. I was trying to explain to them.
How did you have all this free time, though?
What do you mean?
I mean, if somebody said, hey, we're going to have you in a room, we're going to talk to you for 2 days, I'm like, dude, I don't have 2 days.
Well, that's maybe you don't, but if
you do,
fuck yeah. When you have these people that want to get a hold of you, you don't run.
I'm not saying run. I'm saying, like, what are you guys looking for? Like, they're going to just sit you down and ask you questions for 2 days because you put together this idea that somehow or another there's some sort of an international collaboration to deal with the threat of alien life.
No, they looked at it. They didn't know. They thought I was Ed Snowden. They thought there was a group of people leaking me classified information.
They didn't know that you're from Blink 182? They didn't know that you're like a huge
They don't care about
rock
that.
Star?
That's what they don't understand. They don't care about who I am. They just care about the material.
Right, but it should take them like 3 seconds to realize, like, you're not Edward Snowden. You're a rock star.
But I'm saying some pretty provocative shit. You got to realize no one else has gone up there and talked about, once again, I'm in a tricky spot right now because a lot of what happened back then, I can't really get into now because of the positions and the things I'm involved with. But read the book. And
so it's just because you printed this stuff in the book that they wanted to pull you aside and talk to you about this for 2 days.
And I was all over radio and talking about it, and I was saying some other crazy shit that I can't repeat. So people listening, if they want to go back and look at those interviews, that's a better way to...
Okay, so you had said something in those interviews that you can't say again because they told you to stop talking about it.
Absolutely, yeah.
Did they tell you to stop talking about the fact that you can't talk about it?
No, I mean, I don't think that's the issue. The more of the issue was, what are you trying to achieve?
Right.
And once they found out who I was working with, they were like, holy shit. and they only found that out